Time to get this all set up. In a couple minutes. I get notification. Got the puzzle all pulled up. I just have to fill in, start the puzzle in one system. I can enter the items in it. Here it goes out on Metaverse. Trying to do a damn search. Okay, sure. Possibly I should have rebooted the system. We'll see. It's taken way too long to get the Facebook update, and I still have the Blue Sky update to do. All right. Let's go over here. and get this loaded up and see if we can start solving. All right, that's not a fill to fill in with the preload. All right. As usual, we get about 30 seconds here, or 20 seconds once I hit the check mark here. If the puzzle validates it's a solvable puzzle, you will have the chance to pull it up. Like we got almost a couple of deformed parts here, doesn't it? One here and one here. In any case, see what we get here. It's solvable, so you get about 20 seconds before I start solving it. And I get another swig of energy drink. Not promoted by them, just realized I had that available. And considering how slow Chrome has been today, not a big energy boost. All right, hey, we got 30. You got 30 seconds there. All right, one of these two is going to be a 9. And one here, and then one of these two is going to be a 1. We got a couple of possibilities for 1 here, 4 here, a couple of possibilities there. All right, 2. Well, one of these 2 1s becomes a 2. There's going to be a 2. I got 4 possibilities for 2 there, 6 there, 3 here, 4 here, and no limits at this point over here. So 3 is one of these 2 is a 3, and one of these 2 over here is a 3. Okay, 3 possibilities here, so not going to mark those or these down here. Down here, actually up there too. Nothing really providing me good guidance at this point. So we move on to 4s. One of these two is going to be a 4. I got 3, nope, a 4 here. That gives me 4 possibilities here. Actually, that means that's not a 4, that is, and we've got 2 possibilities here. All right, one of these 3 is going to be a 4. Well, that one's going to be a 4, so now we're down to 2 possibilities here. And that's going to do it for 4s at the moment. One of these 2 is, this one's going to be a 5. This one's going to be a 5. This one's going to be a 5. And over here we get a 5, and that takes care of all the 5. 6s. Well, let's see. I've got a 6 up here. And that gives me 3 6s down, or 3 possibilities for 6 here. Gives me 4 possibilities for 6 here. 3 possibilities here. And over here I've got 5 possibilities. No constraint here. Obviously there's only 4 available here. And 5 possibilities here. So 6s aren't going to be useful at the moment. We'll get to that. One of these 2 is a 7. 3 possibilities for 7 here. And raise here, 5, 6 possibilities here. Over here we've got 3 possibilities. Not counting that because you can't really. Here we've got 4 3 possibilities, and 4 possibilities for a 7. All right. Eights. This one is going to be an 8. I've got 2 possibilities here. Here we've got 4 possibilities. Up here we get a single possibility and a single there. Over here we've got an 8 going in here. That means one of these two is going to be a 7. Let's see. Do we get any narrow down here? Nope, we still have 3 possibilities there. All right, on to 9s, which we've already gone through once, but now that we've got these, we can now affirmatively note that one of these two is going to be a 9. That means what do we got left here? We've got one of these two is going to be a 3, 4, 5. One of these two is going to be a 6. So that means one of these two is a 6, and one of these two is a 6. And let's see. Still have 1s and 2s that can be. Oh, that can't be a 3 anymore. So this becomes a 3. And that narrows things down a little bit up here, but not much. 7s, we're down to these 3 possibilities for a 7 here. 6s, I've got these 2 listed as the only places for 6s at the moment. 2s. No useful narrow down on 2s here. All right. Let's run through some of these others, see if I got anything. I have nothing marked in here. Let's see if we can change that. 1 and 2 are givens. 3s, I've got 3 possibilities at the moment. 4s, 4 is given, 5 is given. 6s, same 3 as I do have for 2s, or no, 3s. Give me 6s. 7s. Oh, wait. Yeah. I've got 3 possibilities for 7, but they're different. 2 possibilities. Nope, we could solve an 8. That makes this an 8, and that gets clear. How about 9? Do we get anything useful there? We get 3 possibilities for a 9. 2 possibilities for a 7 now. What about 6s? Still have 3 possibilities for 6s and 3s. And it's 3 possibilities for 9 there. Kind of getting me there. All right. Over here, we got 1, 2. One of these 3 is going to be a 3. One of them is going to be a 6. And the remainder is a 7. Not a lot of usefulness there. All right. How about up here? I got 3 possibilities for 7. Anything else? One of these 2 is going to be a 2. One of these 2 is going to be a 3. That kind of locks in this as 7, which helps down here. That's not a 7 now. This becomes a 9, that's a 7. That means this is a 9. And we end up with 2 possibilities for a 9 here. What have we got up here as a result? Looks like that's going to be a 2, which helps down here with that coming 1, and that's a 2. Okay, so this becomes a 2 as a result. One of these 2 is a 2. One of these 2 is a 2. Still have one of these 2 as a 7. Now mark these 2 as a 7. That means that can't be 1, so that's a 1. All right. Besides a 6, we get a 1 here. One of those. This isn't going to be a 1. That's going to be a 6. That's 1. Turns that into a 1. This becomes not a 1. This becomes a 9. This is a 2 now, so this is our 6. Not a 9. 6. We had a 1 here. 2, 3, 4. Except this can't be a 2 because a 7, 4 is a lock-in. So that makes this into a 3 and a 2 here. Up here we end up with a 6 is one of these 2. And that's going to be a 9, so that's a 6. All right. And can we fill anything more in here? Well, we know none of these can be in a... Well, nope, we don't know that. Sorry. So we got 1s up here. One of these 2 is going to be a 2. One of these 2 is going to be a 3. Got pair 4. We marked the 4s already. 5 here. Still too many possibilities for 6. Oh, wait. I can help with the 6s a little bit here. That's going to be a 6, making this a 3, and this is a 6. That means this one here is going to be a 3, which means this is a 3, and one of these 2 is a 6, and the other is a 7. So now we've got not a lot of more help here with 6s, but we do know that, well, 3s are addressed. 6s, they're still 4 possibilities for 7s, 8, 9. Is anything else locked down? Let's see. This can't be a 2 anymore, so that's a 3. That's a 2. That's a 9. That makes this a 3, a 4, a 2. Oh, not a 2. 2. That's not a 3. That's not a 2. Okay. That becomes a 6. And this becomes a 7, making that a 4 and that a 7. Nope, that can't be a 7. That's going to be a 6. That's a 7. And over here we get a 6 and a 7 here. And that's a medium puzzle solved in 11 minutes and 52 seconds. Tomorrow we do a hard puzzle. I'm kind of expecting that's going to take longer, but you never know. So before I get done here, I want to know how, or like to know how you did. Did you get a copy or get a solution in that time? Obviously you had 30 seconds more than I did today because I didn't get started on solving until I got I got 30 seconds in. Excuse me. So I wish you a wonderful day. We'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow, and I want to say thanks.